I'm here super early today, super early being like half hour before the start, just so I can get a better warm-up. It'll be 65 in about another month and a half, and I tell you, it takes longer to warm up now. I can go ride, right off the bat, but I gotta ride slow because things aren't just gonna work. Things aren't gonna work right if I don't. And like I said, I'm feeling good today. I want to keep feeling good.
Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. We have a growing group today. The purpose of the ride for me is to do two 20-minute max intervals up a long climb. Some of those out with me today are going to be doing the same thing, while others are just going to be climbing at their own pace. Still, a couple others, once we get to the top, are going to continue on to go do another climb while the rest of us turn around. As I mentioned in the intro, I'm feeling pretty good. I took a half rest week at the beginning of the week, and then for my ride after that, I did a nice, long, slow endurance ride. I spun around for about 20 minutes before the official start of this ride. The reason I did this was twofold. First, I didn't want to have people waiting for me at the rest stop for a long time. Second, I didn't want to go faster if I wasn't warmed up in the beginning. That would put me in a deficit. My main workout was on the main climb. We had to climb to get to that main climb, over a 9-mile undulating uphill course.
But we had our before the ride talk. Some of us are going even higher up. Those that are going to be doing the two 20-minute races, intervals, are going to be meeting at the bottom of the 4-lane, and those that aren't are going to keep going up.
When I previously done these workouts, I had about 2 or 3 riders with me. It was easier to manage. Now I had about 6 or 7, so it took a little more thought. So I'm about the second to last person in the group here, and that person way back there you see in the insert, he's a lot faster, and he started way back there. Believe me, you're going to be seeing him pretty soon. This format calls for an easy 10-minute spin between these two sets. What is supposed to happen is that we're supposed to go to a crawl after the first 20-minute set so we can all regroup, line up again, and start the second set when it's time. The trick for me is not to overcook it in the beginning. This is especially important now that I'm feeling pretty good. I decided to cap it at 350 watts. I was surprised that I caught and passed teammate Dr. Chris so quick. In the last 3 weeks, he had gotten 3 climbing PRs. Next in my sights was teammate Dave. He was going to be a lot tougher to catch, and being able to catch him during this 20-minute interval was not a guarantee. Lurking way in the back was fast guy George. But that wasn't to be for very long. He caught and passed me. He easily caught and passed me within a mile from the start. See that speck up ahead? That's Dave. Once we topped out at this intermediary flat section, he just drilled it and got a lot of distance. That's why he's going to be tough for me to catch within his 20 minutes. Fast forward a bit, and the person passing here is on the Velo Kings racing team. He's not doing the 2x20 workout, he's doing his own steady pacing workout to the top. Way up ahead is a tiny speck, and that's Fast George. He's past another little tiny speck, and that's Dave. It's now 17 minutes into this 20-minute interval, and I finally caught Dave. I'm a big believer in high cadence spinning, but I don't know what it is, if I'm not training right, or it's just a factor of me just being older now, a lot older. If I want to increase my speed going up a climb, I'm going to have to use bigger gears doing a lower cadence. If you check out my cadence in the upper left-hand corner, you'll notice it's in the low to mid-70s. Now you'll see Dave spinning back there. He's going at a higher cadence, and he's hanging on to me. I want to be able to do that, and my practice for that actually starts in the next interval. When you do see my cadence increase, as you did now, or at least a bit ago when I went into the low 80s, that's because I'm taking a rest, or I'm preparing to go into a steeper section like I am now. Now my cadence is 65. I'm getting pretty tired. As it turned out, Dave was on my wheel for just about 2 minutes before he gave up the ghost. About another minute or so later, I finished the 20 minutes, and then I just slowed to a crawl to see who would join me for the next 20-minute interval.
I'm just waiting for Chris to catch up, and then we're going to cruise a little bit. In about 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, we'll do our second 20-minute. Thank you. Well, a few more minutes. A little more rest. We can ride side by side.
For the second interval, I focus on high cadence spinning, limiting myself to my 29 and 26. I use compact gearing. Where in the first interval I was able to catch and pass Dr. Chris within 90 seconds, I never caught him this time. I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, they're going to Kaiser. He's going to Tamarack, maybe higher. Who knows? May go to the snow line with him. Who knows?
When one is descending, it's pretty easy to maintain COVID distancing. However, when we got to the flats, I knew some of them weren't. When I got to the rest stop, I just touched base with them and then I went on ahead in an effort to try and get to the finish before they got me. As you can see, I didn't make it. They caught me. So now I try to keep pace with them while maintaining distance. And that's going to be tough to do since I don't have the benefit of a draft. And that each of those three range from a little bit stronger to a lot stronger than me. And it wasn't long after that I was dropped. And no matter. That was a great way to cap off a great workout.
That was a good workout. I'm curious to see what my wattage was on that first 20 minutes. The second 20 minutes, I elected to limit it to my 29 and 26 in the back, the two Z's gears, to work on my high cadence power and to see what it was like. Well, I saw what it was like and it sucked. So I need to do more of that. I may go back to 5 big, 5 small type of workout next week. We'll find out. Okay, I have some good people out there. Some of them just kept on climbing after the turnaround spot. And Dr. Chris decided he needed some more climbing, so he veered off on the way back and is doing this 4-mile steep climb. Not me. I've had enough. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this and got something out of it. Remember, comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.